All right. Wow. That's amazing. So first of all, we have fire and water here, which is really, really interesting. Red color of the emperor, cobra energy, fire, and then whale water energy. Look at all the comforting essence. So, cobra, I'm going to leave her here. Cobra is very much, equates to the hanged man in the tarot, which is very much about taking time out in stillness or taking the time in order to flip one's perspective and see something differently, which is really, really interesting given the emperor. And if the emperor takes care of everybody, who takes care of the emperor? There's something about flipping your perspective and allowing yourself like a series of several breaks that I'm tapping into here. Also the cobra is very much about timing as well. It doesn't deliver venom with every single bite. It sort of uses its discernment to know when to give that venom and when to hold back. So there's a certain element of discernment and timing with the cobra energy as well. And when to strike and when to wait and be still. What's going on? What's going on? I cannot tell you how many wands I've been seeing today, these readings. So the wands, right? More fire energy for you. The wands rule the realm of the actions that we do or don't take around the work that we love to do or around the relationships about which we are passionate, right? So it's about what fuels that fire, right? Three of Wands is an interesting one because if we think about the Two of Wands in terms of building that foundation, allowing it to be strong and sturdy so that when opportunity knocks, we're ready. The Three of Wands is saying like, hey, we're going to take you to the next level. This is people coming on board to help, right? And support you in your journey. They're offering you assistance. They're wanting to be part of what you're doing and you are setting off down the path, right? You are steady going. The foundation is good. It's behind you and you're ready to move on to the third and move forward onto the next horizon, right? So that's really interesting here with the red as well. And this is coming in your past position. Definitely a lot going on. That's what I'm feeling. A lot going on. A lot going on. I feel like there's a big question around the work that you do or how you do it. Something to do with the work. Wow, more transitions. Do you see like the parallels here with the bodies of water and the movement forward and the wand sticking up and the swords? This is my absolute favorite swords key. So this is Six of Swords. This is so beautiful because it speaks of transition, of moving from one place to another, right? On a body of water. It is air, but we do have fire here and water with the whale, fire with the cobra, and then more water here. So it's interesting. But Six of Swords is about transitioning from one place to another. This can be moving, even traveling across a body of water. This can be changing jobs. This can be transitioning into a new lifestyle, a new way of thinking. But this is transition, right? But the best part about this is that this denotes a complete peace of mind. So it's a complete peace of mind around a transition, which is so, so nice. This is like, completely free of anxiety or worry and just knowing that everything you need is going to be along the path. It's really beautiful. This is following a feeling and having peace of mind in doing so. Really interesting. Hermit Virgo energy here. So, this is really interesting. This is coming up as your major arcana as well. The Hermit Virgo energy is very much about things being a certain way, the I's being dotted, the T's being crossed. It's similar to the Emperor energy, but the Hermit says, you know what? I'm going to go inside of myself, a lot like the Hanged Man, actually. I'm going to go inside of myself and really seek the wisdom that is within me. I'm going to go inside and really take the time to figure out what it is that makes me happy, what I want to do with my precious time on this earth, and how I'm going to leave the world different than how I found it. And am I going to leave it better than how I found it? Am I making an impact? In what ways do I make an impact? It's all of those questions. It's all of those deeply philosophical and spiritual questions, right? In the Hermit's Lantern, there is the star from the Star Key, that Aquarius energy that says, like, what in me, right? What are the best parts of myself and how am I honoring those parts as well? It's really interesting. It's a time of questions and contemplation and a desire to really transition from one state of being to another. Again, whether it's transitioning jobs, home, perspective. It's very, very strong here in terms of like wanting to move. And it's really interesting that I saw that, gorilla literally go into the ocean and travel into this body of water. I feel like the whale is representing what the heart wants, really yearning for what the heart wants and wanting to spend more time doing it. Like, are you an artist working in a job where you work with numbers? Are you, doing what you love to do, but the environment isn't making you happy? Are you, something, really asking those questions. So what in your experience, and really flipping your perspective and taking the time to really consider, if life is precious as time is precious, how are you spending it, right? I really want to get your advice. Let's get your advice. Oh my Lord. Your advice is the Wheel of Fortune? Really? Okay. Wheel of Fortune is first of all, it's a major arcana, which denotes destined or fated events, right? If you see something in the minor arcana that you don't like, any one of these except the Hermit, you can take steps to change it, right? But the majors are major and they are what they are. The Wheel of Fortune is about forward movement. It's about the luck of the draw. It's about the wheel turning in your favor and fortune smiling upon you, especially with this ladybug here, seeing a ladybug is a sign of good fortune. I want to take this totem literally and tell you to look out for the ladybugs, because it really feels like it's a momentary like stroke of good luck in some way. But the fact that this is your advice is honoring your desire to transition ahead and allowing, your own impetus, your own impulses, your own desire to move that wheel forward for you, knowing that if you follow the feelings, if you follow your feelings, you will end up where you want to be. And that's what this is. Wheel of Fortune, Six of Swords, Hermit going within, lighting the way forward, whale, cobra. When you follow your feelings, you end up exactly where you want to. And you're being encouraged. You are being encouraged. You take a chance on yourself and really follow the feelings that you have about where you could go in your path forward. It's really beautiful, actually. It's really, really beautiful. Let's get an oracle. I'm feeling this one. I haven't used this deck like at all today, but I'm really feeling this oracle. Did you hear that? Just a caw outside the window there. Oracle for Cancer. Oh my God, I love it. Okay. Would you look at how beautiful, oh my God, is that literally birds here? So you're hearing the bird outside. It's really beautiful. So look, it's a space. Look at how beautiful this is. So let's talk. First of all, we have the imagery of the moon here, which you as Cancerians, your ruling planet is the moon. So I like that that's coming up here for you. When we talk about following your feelings as well, that's incredibly potent moon energy, right? But space, I kind of want to take this literally in terms of giving yourself the space, because that's Hermit. Hermit goes on a journey to give as much space as necessary to what needs to come to light. So I'm hearing to really take this literally as your oracle and give yourself the space that you need to close your eyes and tap into what is in your heart center and what is calling for your attention. What do you want to do more than anything? What if you were to, not to get too morbid, but if you were to die next week, right? What would you want your obituary to say? What would you want to have accomplished in this time? It's time to, I'm hearing that it's time to really start asking these questions, because as a collective, we're moving towards a place where we're being called to step out of obligation and really align with actually what we're here to do from a soul perspective. This is the shedding of an old paradigm, right? And the beginning of a new one in the age of Aquarius. So you're being asked, what do you really want to do? Who do you really want to be? Who do you really want to be with? What do you want your given circumstances to look at? Because the time is now. And again, it's really about allowing for, I'm seeing this music note, musicians there, the birds flying. Do you hear that bird outside there? I think it's not a crow calling. I think that's a jackdaw, I think. It's a little bit different than a crow call. Where I'm living, there's so many birds here that I've become quite proficient in distinguishing the different bird sounds. Anyway, I do feel like this is allowing for space for you to really be nurtured and give yourself the room in order to tap into what your heart really wants and what you need. Because there's an aspect of you that is calling to be nurtured. I feel like you've either been taking care of other people or seeing to business a lot, but you may have been neglecting your own desires and needs in some way, shape, or form. And you are being called to give yourself space around that and really comfort yourself and give yourself what you need and desire and deserve. That's what this feels like. Right? Remember that huge candy bar. So there's really something in that for you, because I feel like on the other side of doing this, you have the opportunity with the Wheel of Fortune as your advice to transition into a reality where you are incredibly fulfilled and doing what you truly love to do, or in a situation with people that you truly love, or a person, or whatever that is for you. But it feels like an untapped desire. Okay? And you're being asked to let the wheel turn, roll the dice, and really allow yourself to take a chance on something new and following the feelings. Because again, when you follow the feelings, you end up exactly where you want to be. It's really, really beautiful ending note there, Cancer. With that being said, I'm sending you so many blessings for your first half of June. I so hope that this helped and resonated. If so, please do let me know in the comments below. I absolutely love reading your comments so much. Please like, please share, please subscribe. I would so appreciate that.